Thanks very much, Emil. I'm Ellen MacEachen, co-director of the Centre for Research on Work Disability Policy, and it's just wonderful to see this room filled this morning. So Emil's told you a little bit about our centre and how we're organised and some of the issues driving our research centre. And what I'd like to talk to you about now is some of the ways that we mobilise. We are here, we have amassed this group of people from across Canada, partners and academics working together. And in our centre, we are trying to mobilise everyone to do things in different ways. So one of the ways we're mobilizing researchers and partners is through our seed grant competitions. We've had 2 of those already, and these are small grants that stimulate people to write policy papers or to prepare larger grants for submission to federal agencies, and these grants can be led by partners or by academics. And we've seen some wonderful things coming out of this collaborative already. People working together who wouldn't previously have worked together, working together across this disability work-injury divide, partners working with researchers. So that's part of what we're trying to mobilize. We also have a lot of funding to fund students to do graduate work in work disability policy. We want this topic to be visible to people. We want people, when they're thinking about how they want to focus their whole career, to think about this as a viable option and to know that they have a community to work with. And so this slide has like small text. I know you can't read it. It's a sample of student research studies, and at the back we have posters actually that will show you a lot of our student research. We have, I mentioned, we have a lot of support and mentoring opportunities to encourage people to choose work disability policy as their field of study. So that includes 70 graduate stipends, 8 postdoctoral years. All of our projects that we fund have student research assistants on them. We have internships and whatnot. If we plant the seeds right now, that means for the next 10, 20, 30 years, people will be focusing on work disability policy and thinking about it, we hope, in this transdisciplinary way that we're encouraging. We know that research is important, but it's not the only thing that changes the way things work in the world. People need to get together and talk with each other and think through things and understand how it's relevant to their own contexts. So we help mobilize people to come together and to talk by hosting roundtables of employers, roundtables of labor, roundtables of policymakers. We also have speaker series and webinars and national symposia such as this one today to bring people together to talk about work disability policy and how we might think about it so that it functions optimally for all of us. Champions are really important to us. Figureheads who are well known to the public, who care passionately about these topics, and who will speak out about it and help all of these ideas to become more prominent. So we have our keynote speakers today. One of them is Mike Bradley. David Onley is another one, the former Lieutenant Governor of Ontario. Mark Wafer, a prominent employer, who is quite a spokesperson on the topic as well. Steve Mantis is our community capacity building leader. He's been mobilizing people across the country to get together, to think about, from a community perspective, what work disability policy looks like to people in communities and what they would like it to look like. So there are all sorts of activities going on across the country at the ground level as well, organized by Steve Mantis. On our website, we've organized worker video stories, and this is also Steve's work, so that people have a chance to speak directly. It's all very nice if researchers summarize things and if policymakers come out with policies, but sometimes you just need to hear people describe their own situations. And so we have made that available on our website. We have lots of social and print media that go out. And we have our website that I've mentioned. Another event that we just want to mention was our national launch, where we opened our center with a splash, so we say. And we're very pleased to have our second keynote speaker here with us today, Mike Lake, who we'll introduce shortly, who was at that event as well. So we have people who are with us at our opening and people who are back here today again. This is a journey that we are very happy to take together, and it's so nice to see people back again. We have, I think Emil mentioned how many partners we have. This is just a little graphic showing the types of partners who are involved with our research center and the variety of partners, community groups, legal clinics, labor unions, policymakers, disability program representatives, employer organizations. We also have insurers, that should be on the list, private insurers, and research institutions. I'm sorry? On this slide, it's grown since then. So this is, we would have to, this is just sort of a picture. But we would have to update it to make it more comprehensive. It was something we did about a year ago. This is the last slide. We just want to tell you about our aims and goals. Ultimately, we hope that at the end of our 7 years of mobilizing and of research and getting people together and thinking and talking, we might be heading towards an improved Canadian work disability policy system. We certainly will have an applied work disability field of study, policy field of study established. And all of these yellow areas on the outside are what we've just described to you, the ways that we are working to get there. Thank you.